let us have what we have. On behalf of the school, we welcome you. Feel at home. Share with us what God has laid in your heart for us this afternoon. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, students. I don't have the voice to shout, so you have to keep silent so that you'll be able to hear what I have to say. Do you get me? Yes. Okay. So my name is Edward, and I'm coming from Green Planet Conservation Initiative. And what we do, okay, I'm here with my team. This is Daniel and this is John. So what we do basically from Green Planet Conservation Initiative is that we create awareness on climate change. Do you know what climate change is? Yes. Okay, you don't know what climate change is. Okay, now, I wouldn't want to waste much of our time. I will try to define some key concepts that will help your understanding of what I am trying to talk about. Okay, how many of us know what weather is? Weather. Okay, so weather is actually what most of us know. So let me give you a definition of weather. Weather is actually a short time change in the atmosphere. Do you hear what I said? Yes. Weather is a short time change in the atmosphere. So when I mean a short time change in the atmosphere, I mean there are some things that happen in the atmosphere within a short period of time. And once those things happen, we say that it is the weather condition of that place. Are you getting what I'm following? Yes. Okay, now, there are some things, some of these changes could be the way sun shines in a place, the way it rains in a place, the way wind blows in a place, under a short period of time. When it does that, we say that that is the weather condition of that place. Are you following? Yes. Make sure that you're listening. I'll ask you at the end of my teaching. Do you understand? So, weather is actually a short time change in the atmosphere. Do you understand? Yes. It's a short time change in the atmosphere. And those changes could be the way sun shines, the way wind blows, or even in the atmospheric condition, and the atmospheric pressure of an environment. Or it could be the humidity of an environment, or the way, or the wind speed. Do you understand? Are you following? Yes. Okay, now let's talk about what is climate. How many of you have heard of climate before? Okay, let me just don't ask you. I will just keep explaining so that you flow along. Okay, climate is actually a long time weather pattern of a region, usually within a period of time. Are you following? Yes. I said climate is a long time weather pattern in a region, usually over a period of time. So what that means is that if a particular environment like this place now, there's a way wind blows in this environment, and that wind blows under a short period of time. It is known as weather, right? Then when that pattern continues over a long period of time, usually a minimum of 30 years, it is assumed that's the climate of that environment. Are you following? Are you following? So you cannot talk about climate, you cannot talk about climate without talking about weather. Do you understand? Weather pattern of a place over a long time, weather pattern of a place over a long period of time, usually a minimum of 30 years, is called the climate of that environment. Do you understand? I hope you following. You have an understanding of what I'm talking about now. Okay, now, what then is climate change? Now, climate change is a long time shift in temperature or in weather pattern. Now, what I mean long time shift? It means that there's a change from the normal condition to an abnormal condition in terms of temperature or the weather pattern of a place. Are you following me? Are you following me? So I said climate change is a long-term shift in temperature or weather pattern. Do you now get the idea of what I'm talking about? Are you confused? Okay, you get an idea. So when there's a change from the normal way things used to be, the normal weather pattern or the normal temperature to an abnormal temperature or abnormal weather pattern, it is known as climate change. You understand? You have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, now, this climate change that we're talking about, some of the activities that causes climate change can actually be natural. Now, the natural ones are like the activities of the sun. You know, sun shine. Some of the activities of the sun can be natural. That one you cannot control. It starts very well to tell it. You understand? That one can cause climate change. Then the majority of the activities that causes climate change is actually as a result of human activity. Are you following? As a result of human activity, what we do as humans, that's the major cause of climate change. And what really causes that climate change? Now, there are some major things that causes the climate change. One of the things that causes climate change is the burning of fossil fuel. How many of you know what fossil fuel is? Okay, now, let me not waste most of our time. I will keep explaining. Fossil fuel are fuel that are derived from oil and gas. How many of you know oil and gas? Okay. Now, oil and gas, when we talk about oil and gas, we are talking about crude oil. Crude oil. You know Nigeria has crude oil, right? Yes. Nigeria has crude oil, right? And from crude oil, you get oil, get fuel, diesel. And from crude oil, you also get gas. Do you understand? So that's what I mean by oil and gas. Then, another thing again that constitutes the fossil fuel is coal. Coal. How many of you know coal? Coal. Or you get a coal. Now, coal to mine that up from one of the resources that we mine from the ground. You understand? It's one of the olden days they used to use it to power the train. They used it to power the train in the olden days. You mine it from the earth. Usually like a coal, but it's different from normal. That one looks black, more black and more harder. You understand? So these are things that we call fossil fuel. You understand? We call them fossil fuel. Now, like I was saying, I said the major cause of climate change is fossil fuel, the burning of fossil fuel. Now, we all know that we drive cars around, right? Are you following? Yes, sir. We know that we drive cars around, right? Yes. And what do we use to drive the cars? We use petrol, right? Fuel. And fuel is getting from crude oil, right? Yes. When we burn fuel in the car, through a process known as combustion, it produces gas. It releases gas into the atmosphere. Are you following? When we burn fuel in the car, it produces gas that is released into the atmosphere. Are you following? Then also when we burn diesel, like companies that run their businesses on diesel, it also releases gas into the atmosphere. And some gases are the ones that causes the climate change. Are you following? Yes. Now, there's something that they call greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases. You understand? Those greenhouse gases are gases that are released from fossil fuel. They are usually gases that emanate from fossil fuel, and what they do is that they go to the atmosphere and form something like a blanket. You understand? They form like something like a blanket. They cover the atmosphere, allowing the sun to come in. They do not allow the sun to leave. You understand? It's like catching the sun, the heat from the sun. You understand? So what that thing does is that as those gases are released into the atmosphere, they cover the atmosphere like a blanket, making the temperature of the earth to rise above the normal temperature. Are you following? Are you following? Yes. So I said greenhouse gases are gas that acts like a blanket, covering the heat from the sun from escaping. You understand? And thereby heating up the temperature of the earth. And what that does is that it causes what we call global warming. I don't know whether you have heard of global warming before. So it tends to warm the atmosphere because those greenhouse gases have actually caged those gases, and they are those the heat from the sun is not allowed to escape from the earth. Now let me give you an example so that you have a better understanding. I usually give this example wherever I go. If you get a glass cup, a transparent glass cup, and you light up a candle inside the glass cup, if you light it up and keep it for a very long time, what happens to the environment? Yeah? What happens to the environment? Huh? What? It's what? It will be hot. No, I need it to. I want to understand that. I want to understand that you're following. That's why I'm asking this question. If you bring a glass cup and you cover the heat, you cover the candle, you cover the candle that is burning with a glass cup. What happens to that? The air within the environment. Yeah? No, now what will happen is that environment will get heated. The air within that environment will get heated over time. You understand? It will get heated. There's no way that the heat will go out from there's no way the heat will escape. Are you following? So what happens is that the environment within that glass cup gets hotter and hotter. You understand? Are you following? So that's what happens. That's what those greenhouse gases does. They act like the glass cup that covers the heat. You understand? The heat emanating from the candlestick. So it makes that environment very hot. You understand? So what it means is that the environment gets hotter than the usual normal temperature. Are you following? Are you following? Now, climate scientists have been able to come up with a research. They said the Earth, the atmosphere has been heated. That's the temperature of the atmosphere has been heated more than the normal temperature, and it has increased by 1.1 degrees Celsius above the normal temperature. I follow you. So it means that the Earth, the atmosphere around the Earth is now warmer than it used to be. And they said this started from the advent of the Industrial Revolution. Do you know what the Industrial Revolution is? It means that there was an era where industries started springing up, growing rapidly. Industries started coming up, growing so much. That was the advent of industrialization. A lot of companies started coming into the limelight, to go into production and all that. That's what we mean by the Industrial Revolution. And it started in the 18th century. So it has been since the 18th century up till now. The temperature of the Earth has been increasing over and over. And the research also records it that in the last 10 years, that's from 2010 to 2020, the temperature of the Earth has increased the highest. That's when we had the highest increase in temperature. I follow you. From 2010 to 2020, that's when the temperature of the atmosphere increased the most. Do you understand? Now, there are some effects that comes from this climate change. This climate change there are some things that comes with it. Do you understand? Now, one of the things that comes with it is that it comes with drought. How many of you know what drought is? Okay, scarcity of water. In some areas, this climate change causes drought. In some areas also, it causes flooding. Do you understand? In Nigeria, for some time, we've been having cases of flooding and all that. That's as a result of climate change. It also causes widespread in sicknesses. You know, when the temperature is hotter, sicknesses tend to spread faster. How many of you know that? When the temperature is hot, sicknesses, airborne diseases tend to spread faster. How many of you know that? So that's one of the side effects of climate change. Now, apart from that, also it causes rise in sea level. Now, what the climate change does is that it hits the sea. It hits the sea, and once it hits the sea, the temperature of the sea rises above the normal sea level. Do you understand? And that's what causes that flooding. Are you following me? That's what causes that flooding. So there are so many things. It also causes food scarcity. Do you understand? When this temperature, when this climate change continues, it causes scarcity in food production. Are you following me? Then it also causes, when it hits the sea, it tends to warm the sea above the normal level, thereby killing those aquatic animals. Now, in the sea, you have some animals that live in the sea, right? So they survive under a certain temperature. When the temperature hits more than normal, it tends to kill those animals living in the sea. Now, what do we do as an organization to mitigate this effect? Now, there's something also I need to also make you understand. The two major gases that causes greenhouse, that are called greenhouse gases, is carbon dioxide. We have carbon dioxide as number one, and we have methane. Methane. You have chemistry students here or science students here. You know what carbon dioxide is, right? When we're taking oxygen, bring out carbon dioxide, right? So now, those greenhouse gases are mainly carbon dioxide and methane. Do you understand? That's what causes the greenhouse gases. Now, what do we do as an organization? We tend to encourage planting of trees, planting of flowers, planting of anything that represents plants. And you know what that does? When you plant trees, when you plant flowers, they tend to absorb carbon dioxide. They take in carbon dioxide and through a process known as photosynthesis and releases oxygen. Do you understand? And what does that do? It tends to balance the effect of climate change. Are you following me? I hope you understand it. So it tends to balance the effect of climate change. When you plant trees, you absorb those carbon, those greenhouse gases. When you absorb it, then it releases oxygen. Oxygen is what we breathe. You understand? It tends to balance the atmosphere. Balance the changes in the atmosphere. And oxygen is also good for humans. You understand? I hope you're following. I hope you're following. So, what we do as an organization is that we tend to let people know what can be done to mitigate this climate change, to reduce the effects of climate change. And one of the things we do is that we encourage tree planting. Like some of you that have large spaces in the home, you can tell your parents that they should go ahead and plant trees. It will also help the environment. You understand? You understand? Now, one of the things that the government is actually proposing is that they want to eliminate the use of fossil fuel. Use of fossil fuel. Use of petroleum cars. Cars that uses petrol. You know, with time, in the Western nation, they've started doing that already. But Nigeria is not yet so developed. So we are doing that gradually. I hope you're following. So what they want to do is that they want to eliminate the use of fossil fuel, use of petrols in the car. They want to produce cars that use things like solar. How many of you know solar? Solar, yes. Solar is one of the renewable energy sources that we have. You understand? We get solar from the sun. Are you following? Are you following? We get solar from the sun. And when you know the energy from the sun cannot finish, you understand? As the thing comes, each day the sun shines, you understand? As you use, the thing is being replaced. And it's one of the clean sources of energy. We call it clean sources of energy because it does not have any effect on humans. I follow you. I will follow you. Okay. I would like to ask you the question now. Please follow me. I'll ask you the question. And you can answer my question. I have a question. If you have a answer my question, I have a question. Are you with me? Okay. Usually whenever we like to give gifts to people. Now our gifts cannot go around. So give it to those ones that are listening, those ones that have listening here, those ones that can answer our questions. And give them our gifts. So so far, I think we have to understand what climate change is. Do you hear me? You don't understand what climate change is. And you don't understand what you need to do so you get the effect of climate change. Huh? Okay, who can tell me what climate change is? Who can tell me what climate change is? Who else can tell me? Okay. Okay. Okay, let me hear you. I'm not getting a perfect definition. It means that something I'm not listening. We're able to plant trees on the clouds, right? So when you plant it, you tend to absorb the carbon dioxide and they release oxygen into the atmosphere, right? So you don't want to. Enlightenment and knowledge that has impacted in us. It is only God, the great rewarder, that will reward
your initiative and your calling in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Our door is well open. That we shall have you again next time. Come and give us more than what God has given unto you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May the Lord bless us and may the Lord keep this relationship successful in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate your school, the management, and everyone that has supported this our meeting. I want to say a big thank you from Green Planet Conservation Initiative. We say thank you all in Jesus' name.